A wonderful good day to you. It's Bronson's big day. So we've been planning this for so many days and months. So here we go. It's the 15th day of Ramadan and it is 7 o'clock in the morning. And I am absolutely conked. However, the pigeons are enjoying themselves. Somebody's put some roti out, which they're not supposed to really. But the pigeons are having a proper feast. And St Paul's Road in Bradford is very quiet. The trees are still. It's a little bit overcast, but in the distance you can see the sun just about coming out. Or the sun rising, should I say. And currently it's the Easter break, so it is fairly quiet on the roads as well. And we're on the Wakefield Road dual carriageway, heading towards Bradford 4 and Byerley. And now we're in Byerley. So Byerley taraf taralu or come Malgariche Pakistan nadala kya guri no da Bradford 4 de sahar time de lig baran shoye de roji myashta da or alig chedan makki batyari dal da bode time pabandi vi or driving the para test the para toll car chedan oso show or nim chedan imtihan ne. And look at this. So that's a single road de. They chidano England ki farm bani ni. Ini England style sarakam mga chawataw arate. No kabhi sta ita to ni vi kuruna la kya jodegi. Oh, gori. Have a look at this, people. So we have this cattle all across the fields, and this is a Bradford 4 corner of a Byerley. Isn't that peaceful and serene? And this is a single track road that goes all the way down to the farm. And if this is your home, we go past the nettles and you need some milk at 12 o'clock at night, you've got a fair distance to go. Adao gari da retlara da delta England ki au gaadi toll chedano walardi delta da kuruno gari aret ki chedano sangai पट्टी ते चेदन संग खस्ता गेटू ना लगी दिल्ली. At the farm this morning, waiting. So it's a Ramadan morning. I've arrived here at Bronson's. I'm just waiting for him. But in terms of being a teacher and a tutor and a trainer and a coach, is that whenever someone is going for a driving test or an exam or anything like that, the mind can be all over the place. However, when you're focused and you want something and you know what you want, then to achieve that becomes more easy, because your energy flows wherever your focus goes. So I am completely focused on helping Bronson in this case, okay, to achieve success, to be independent, to be safe, to be confident with what he does and what he's going to achieve, and to remain at those high standards, because the brain can be all over the place on a morning like this. However, we've done all the correct preparation. Mock tests have been passed. We've put a lot of training in, so this should just be part of the process. So we're shortly going to be heading off to the driving test centre, and let's see what happens. Morning, Bronson.
Morning, Javez.
How are you feeling, sir?
Good, man, good.
Good, yeah.
Bit nervous.
A bit nervous is okay. All right. A bit good is for the is good for the adrenaline. To get a gold medal performance, yeah. Are we going to do it today?
Yeah.
Definitely going to do it, right?
Yeah.
We're going to give him a gold medal performance, yeah. So how did you prepare this morning? What time did you get up? What did you do, etc.?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, right? Okay. And did you do anything different this morning? No, just the same, yeah?
It's just the same, just had a
Okay.
cup of tea.
Okay, a cup of tea, absolutely fine. Right, let's go and do this. So me and Bronson are heading back out on the single track road. Okay, as we see a whole load of cows. Some of them probably a bit silly. You know what I mean? Silly cows. Ha ha, laugh, that was a joke. It's the B&Q car park. So we have arrived at the driving test centre here in Bradford. The Hypnomobile is ready to go. So we're at the Thornbury driving test centre and we have an automatic reception. And it's so quiet, it's Ramadan. There's only 2 people here. So this is where it all happens. The examiners will be arriving. They will put their paperwork on here and Bronson's going to sign it, aren't you, Bronson? So there goes Bronson and Paul, and it's fairly quiet. Only 2 cars here, so it's just us Ramadan madmen that are up at this time of the morning supporting people and supporting the world. And there goes a reflection of Bronson in the windows. And he's opening the bonnet. And he's likely to be asked a question now about the oil or the water. And there goes one of the candidates. Paul's having a walk around the car. And there he goes. And now he's going to sit in the passenger seat, or the instructor's seat, or the examiner's seat. So this could be a moment where Bronson's been asked to do a bay parking exercise, or they may simply drive away. Let's see which one happens. And Paul's currently placing the satellite navigator on the dashboard because it's likely that he will be asked to follow the sat-nav for 20 minutes and follow directions for about 20 minutes. So the halat sara usba Bronson rawanchi or ya chideno tom sat-nav bani wishal mintu the parazi or ya chideno directions the parazi or kideshi also to chide na gade ubasta. So he's decided to do a bay parking exercise. So he's gone out, turned to the right, and now he's going to reverse back into the parking bay. Now we practiced this earlier and he did it absolutely perfectly. And he's going at a good pace right now as well. Come on, Bronson, well done, my friend. He's nicely into the parking bay. Well done, my friend, absolutely fantastic. So he's got his car ready, made good observations, and off he goes. So he's leaving the car park and he's turning right. So at this point, most instructors will wait in the waiting area. However, muggers here, we often go for a 35 to a 40-minute walk, or when it's nice and it's different time of year, we have the joggers on. If we're not sitting on the driving test, then I'll go for a jog or a run and often be back just in time. The room is very quiet. I have one lady instructor hiding on my right hand side and she's remaining quiet and anonymous. And we have lots of notices and the time is 19 minutes past 8. So have you ever heard the expression, wait a minute? Well, never rely on it. It's one of the biggest lies in the world. Because people will often say, have you got a minute? And what they really mean is, have you got 20 minutes? So a driving test can be a very nerve-wracking time. So many years ago, we observed and explored the idea of, how we can get rid of some of these nerves. And that took us on a massive journey of learning and teaching and reading and sleepless nights, how we can do something better. And we discovered things like neuro linguistic program, hypnotherapy, accelerated learning, enlightened warrior training in the jungles. Okay, learning that how we can take control of this mind, because the brain is still being researched as we speak today. It's something that has never stopped. So the brain is in sans a human being's like greatest machine, and you can program it to get awesome results. So I took a lot of that, put it in a pot, made my own curry, and created hypno driving, which is really getting ourselves in a great state, in a great thinking state of being aware, of being calm, of being in control, and controlling the thoughts that come in, and deciding which ones you want the emergency brake to go on and not to come in. The ones that can come in and can sit in there and you can feel at ease with, the ones that empower you, the one that gives you power to do positive things, the ones that allow you to think positively, be positive, be in control of your emotions, that even when you realize that you're happy, that you know you're happy. Even when you realize that you're sad, you know you're in a state of sadness, and should you want to change that for any reason, because it's good to be sad sometimes as well, it's just simply a different emotional state. So coming back to today is all about Bronson, really, okay, and his driving tests, where the examiner's going to ask him for 20 minutes, okay, to be turning in various directions, to be stopping, to be he's already carried out his reversing exercise, actually, which we saw earlier on, and follow the satellite navigator for about 20 minutes, going in various directions as well. Now it's so easy, but yet it's so challenging on the other side. And results that have been recent, I think, show nationally that there's a pass rate of more or less about 50%, and I think about 17% of driving tests are ones where examiners are intervening and helping other people, which means that the driving test is unfortunately marked as a fail. So that's what I mean to say, that it's so easy, but yet it's so challenging at the same time. But to work on our minds and our states and our physical states, there's so much that we can do. There's so much information out there. And one of the most powerful tools in a toolbox of thinking better is the language that we use, and the words that we use, and the words that we choose to use, which gives us so much power and so much energy, and it changes the world. So we're going from can'ts to yes I can, from a fear to yes it's possible, from a phobia to yes I can overcome this. It's just I need a coach and a trainer, or a sage or an elder or somebody just to advise me in the right way. So to give you an example of language and how it's used, I said to one of the guys, I said, if you please switch your rear demister on. And he looked at me and thought, what is he talking about? He said, do you mean the heater for back window, as they say in Yorkshire? And I said, yes, just put the heater on for the back window. And I thought to myself, Gervais, you silly so-and-so. Because I needed to understand how to communicate. So I was using sentences and words that didn't really mean much to him. He just meant, put the heater on for the back window. And that's what I should have said. So back to language, I said to someone, what I would like you to do is, if you just drive up alongside the car and stop, and then reverse your vehicle back to the side of the road and finish within 2 car lengths. And he said to me, do you mean just like that? Just go up to that car and come back like that? And I said, yes. Just go and reverse just like that. So sometimes we have to get into the other person's world and understand where they are coming from and communicate with them like they need communicating with. So when a child is going ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, you have to get into the child's world. You have to find the map of their world and communicate with them in a way that they understand. And the more we can do that, the more we can get into rapport, the more we can have peace and harmony. Yes, check that out. With language and communication, you can bring peace and harmony. So let's bring peace and harmony to the world and take 100% responsibility for our communication. And therefore, we take 100% responsibility for the results that we have with that communication. So, neuro-linguistic program, you got, what is that? Well, that is communication and teaching and coaching for nervous and qualified drivers. So talking about nervous drivers, okay, these are some of the roads that Bronson will be using this morning, and he has gone, so he is now been away for around 15 minutes. Bronson's coming back. Here we go. He's come back and he's stopped, and let's go over and see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. So how did we do then, Bronson?
Good man.
Tell everyone what you did, where you went.
I went to put it down standing there. Back up on bypass.
Okay.
Roundabout.
Great, yeah.
Roundabout bypass.
Yeah. Great. So
Yeah,
all
good.
the hard work we did it, mate. Yeah, we did it. Well done, Bronson. Well done, our kid. Yeah. Well done, well done. So look, Paul was absolutely awesome with his feedback to Bronson as well. Okay, took a whole load of time spent, gave him some real good advice as well. And Bronson, as the cafe guys come here and more drivers start to come here as well, or the tea man should I say, yeah, not for those in Ramadan. So where was I? Anyway, so look, Bronson, he worked hard, he focused, we did loads of mock tests with him, and look, he's got his result. Well done, Bronson. And other people have started to arrive for the next tests. They're just coming in and they're just reversing into their places. And Bronson's been given a whole load of gifts as well. And now he's off. And he's going to be beaming round in his wagons out here. Scaring everybody with the skips. Yeah.
Up the hill, the one at the bottom. Right, come on away and come back through. Come down to the roundabout where stand on the bottom is.
So, Bronson sir वापस रालू. Okay, nin कामयाब शु माशाल्लाह. ډیر خشته مهنت کړو. یعنی اولنی منټ نه اخره تونی ټول خبرې اوریدل، هغه باندې عمل کول او پریکټیس کول، همیشه ټایم باندې راتلل، پابندی سره راتلل، د یعنی قسم سره د استاد خبره منل، هر یو سیس چې دنو یعنی یو سپنج په شان کې چې دنو هغه یعنی هر یو ټکه چې دنو چې ټولو څنګه سپنج چې بنده اوبو باندې وهي ټولې اوبه چې بنده اوچتي کی نو داسې مهنت سره او الله تعالی چې دنو کامیاب کو او د دې کور چې ده نو دې طرف ته سنگل روډ د برډفورد کې او ګری باران شوی دی نو پټی کې ټولې خټې دي او دې سایډ ته نوي کورونه لکه جوړیږي بس کورونه هغه جوړ شول.
Video down, you'll see all the changes, won't you?
Aye, 100%.
That's why it's nice doing a video, isn't it?
गाड़ी लगे कार कही है.
No, 'cause I don't even know what it's called, do I?
गाड़ी लगे the car कही है. Isn't that just beautiful? And me and Bronson have been looking for a goat in that semi-forest that's disappeared. It's a white goat, so if you find it, bring it back. This is Bronson's mobile after he's passed his driving test. Okay, he's going to be driving this. Look, so wherever you are in the world, have a fabulous day and may you have success as well. Be blessed.